Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
one West. All right. Once again, this is the ISUPK Israelite School of Universal Practice. Out of One West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General DeHunt. We've been bringing this truth since 1969, and what is that truth? That truth is that so-called black, so-called Hispanic, and so-called Native are the greatest people to ever walk the face of this earth.
That's right.
The Bible identifies us as the true biblical Jews. That means we are a special people.
Right.
You understand? And history shows that we are a special people. So much so that innovation comes through so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Natives. A lot of the great inventions have been created by us. You understand? But the way we've been treated in America and abroad makes us forget who we truly are. Makes us forget how great of a people the Most High has created in us. That's why today's title is what? Never forget. And the problem with us as so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Natives is we constantly forget.
Right.
So much so that we praise the oppressor. You understand? In the little things that the oppressor does, we pray. Think about this, right? Especially when it comes to sports. If the oppressor does something, we go crazy when we see it. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
We go crazy when we see an oppressor that can dribble, an oppressor that can shoot. We go crazy. But when we see our own people do it, it's that's not really right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not exciting. Why is it not exciting? Why is it not exciting? Somebody tell me, why is it not exciting?
Because it's actually normal to see that greatness amongst our people.
You hit it on the money, right? It's normal. Because we see it. It's because it's in us to do that. We're just regular. But when you see somebody that is not normal,
right?
That's it. We look at it like it's amazing. You understand what I'm saying? Because it shouldn't be in them, but that's not what's in our mind. What's in our mind is
right.
Not that he's nice. It's just that he's doing something that's not normal. You understand? See, the thing is we was born into this. You understand? They were sworn in. It's a difference between a gift and a talent. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
You're born with a gift. You gotta work on the talent. You work on talent. You gotta be it. You ever see somebody that come out and like, you know he's lazy, but when he get on the court, he do something.
Right, okay.
No, he didn't work. I remember we used to say that about my man Boots, right? One of my best friends at work, right? But he was so strong, but he never lift weights. He lift the boats, right? Actually, when you see white dudes do that, they don't work 20, 30 years to be able to do that.
Right.
You understand that he did it naturally because we born with the gift. They work on the talent. And a lot of times we forget that we're born with this gift. You understand?
Okay.
And we forget how great people we are. We were born with gift. gifted to be the greatest people that ever walked the face of the earth. And we are the ones who are identified in the Bible.
Right.
You
Right.
understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
But again, we listen to the oppressor and we take on oppressive ways. And this is what destroys us. You understand what I'm saying? First scripture I want to grab is what's that? Jeremiah 10 and 2.
Okay.
I want to really focus on the first part.
Okay.
Jeremiah 10 and 2. Matter of fact, let me get there first. Make sure we same page. There we go. All right. Let me know what you did.
I'm there, sir.
Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them.
This is what I said. Focus on the first part.
Okay.
So thus saith the Lord, right? To learn not the way of the heathen. That's the problem with us. We learn the way of the heathen.
Right.
So much so that it destroys the gift that the Most High has given us. You understand?
Okay.
It says, learn not the way of the heathen. What are the ways of the heathen? Somebody give me a way. What's the way of the heathen? Go ahead. Hold up. This is Darash. This is my nephew Darash. Go ahead, Darash. What's the way to the heathen?
Celebrating holidays and doing what they do, eating pork and ham. And in the Bible, we actually fought to not do that. That's the story. That's like kind of the story about the mother and the 7 sons. They didn't want to eat that, and they risked their lives because of what the Lord said.
Exactly.
Gave me that.
You get that right on the money. He went to the woman with the 7 sons. You understand? And they tried to force him to eat the pork. Listen, it's not with it. Who we getting him in Hebrew yet? You know?
Good.
You know, he's just nice. You know, he make you want to go home and have another kid. Oh my God! Listen, you hit it right on the money, nephew. You understand? And when we follow the oppressor, we forget our ways. Listen, it says what's the scripture say? The ways of righteousness is narrow path.
Oh, come.
But the ways of destruction is wide.
Come.
You understand? And I'm paraphrasing.
Come.
And that's us right there. And that's how we've always been. A lot of us have always taken that wide path, the easy path to destruction. And this is why we get destroyed so much. You understand what I'm saying? This is the reason why we get destroyed so much, because we forget who we are.
Right.
You understand? We forget what the Most High has given us. The Most High has given us the law, statutes, and commandments to keep us on that straight, narrow path. You understand? And when you walk down a narrow path, you can't go shoulder to shoulder. You understand what I'm saying? You can't go shoulder to shoulder. You have to follow the next man. You can't go in a pack and everybody go together. You have to be in order. You understand? There's an order to righteousness. You understand? And we have to follow that straight and narrow path. And unfortunately, there's a lot of us that take that wide path to destruction. You understand? Because, like I said before, we forget who we are. It says, learn not the ways of the heathen. And that's what we do. We learn the ways of the heathen. This is why a lot of our brothers Islam today.
Right.
Because we have forgotten. You understand? And the title of today's class is Never Forget. Never forget who we are. You understand? And if you notice, especially on TV, especially when you get brothers and sisters that get on TV, a lot of us really, when we get into that position, we forget who we are.
Yeah.
We become like the oppressor.
Yeah.
You understand? We begin to follow the ways of the heathen. You understand? Think about, and I want to say this, and I'm going to say this right now. Think about how many people we see get on TV and they turn out to be homosexual.
Mm-hmm.
They turn out to be pedophiles. They turn out to be what do they call it? Woman. You understand? And I want to use a better word. What they call it? Great. I'm just saying because I didn't want to say the word, but I mean, think about it. You know, when you sexually assault women,
right?
You understand what I'm saying? Think about that. Think about the position Pete Diddy in.
Right.
You understand? Think about all of the allegations that came up against them. Think about all of the allegations that came up against Bill Cosby and other people. Think about allegations that come up against our brothers and sisters that's in Congress or in Senate or politicians, period.
Right.
You understand? What you got, DeRock?
That sounds like the verse. I forgot what verse it was, where it said oppression makes a wise man mad.
Yep.
But a gift destroys the heart.
You reading that? Did you read that?
No.
You ain't reading that, my man. Oppression makes the wise man mad, but a gift destroyeth the heart. Think about this, right? Oppression maketh the wise man mad. And that's why we get out there and we speak that truth when we go out there on the corner. We speak that truth to our people right here online. Because this oppression makes us mad enough to get up and want to do something about it.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
But a gift destroyeth the heart. That's why when we got a lot of politicians out there, a lot of our brothers and sisters get into politics and become a different person. Because the gifts that they are given destroys them.
Okay.
It destroys the heart. It destroys their mind. It makes them believe that this money is better than helping my people. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
My nephew DeRoss said, oppression maketh the wise man mad, but the gift destroyeth the heart, which is wholeheartedly true about our people. Again, we forget who we are. We forget the power that has been bestowed upon us through these scriptures. You understand what I'm saying? We forget that any problems that we have, all we got to do is go through the scriptures and our problems can be solved.
Sir.
You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead.
If I could. It's so heavy because we're the only people that, like, because we're so far down at the bottom,
right,
that once you get some type of status, we're the only ones that's taught to leave the neighborhood because we feel like the neighbors will rob us in the court because they're hungry.
Right.
But it's like we're the ones that taught that, like, we get money and leave. Like, we told, like, well, you get money, get up out the ghetto, get up out the hood.
Right.
But like oppressors, you know what I mean? They just
think about this though, right? The NFL has a rookie symposium for all the rookies that come into the NFL.
Right.
And they're told not to go back.
Right. Come. Yeah, that's right.
Because this is what can happen to you. And now, all right, let's go back to hold up for a minute, nephew. Let's go back to the One West News Desk, right? We were talking about the situation with the brother. That was a staged situation, right?
Okay.
We're not saying that was a staged situation, but we saying like that could be a staged situation. We're not saying that it's true. We're not saying that it's not true. But we just bringing up the question.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Well, think about this with athletes in a rookie symposium. Think about the rookies that come back and then something happened to them. What's not saying that something like that happened? Because I mean, we all love our athletes, especially when they come up out of our neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
But then we sit around and wonder, like, don't ever come back around. And then you really don't see them until after they retire.
Right.
And you start seeing them back in your what's name. But that career is over. All of that money that they donated to the NFL to donate to
like Africa or somewhere.
or worthy cause or something like that go to oppressors.
Right.
It doesn't come back to our neighborhood. The only thing that they come back to our neighborhoods with is football fields and basketball courts. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Train you up to be the next
Exactly.
athlete to be used.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? And we forget the power that we have. Again, we forget the power that we have. Think about this. All the athletes that's in the NFL right now can get together and start their own league.
Yeah.
But because we don't understand and realize the power that we have within us, we don't understand the power that they really have over the NFL. You understand what I'm saying? People don't come and see the oppressors in the NFL.
Right.
People come to see blacks and Hispanics play. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? Because the NFL was crashing the 50s, the 60s, into the 70s. They started bringing more black players in. Then the black people started to stop going to see black athletes in their markets because they wanted to see the professional black athletes against in the white market.
Right.
And that's why all of our sports arenas and everything crash. The same thing with integration. You understand? What you got, Raj?
We don't realize that we got God on our side. That's why God got mad at David when he counted like less people. He noticed that he didn't have enough people for war. That's why God got mad at him, because angels was ready to be right there with him.
What you doing? Yeah, man, that's how you train them. Hey, listen, you say train up a child.
Gun with guns,
That's how
huh?
you train up a child.
Gun with guns.
You know what, the Rush? I'm going home and make 2 kids. I'm going to make 2. I'm making boys. You understand what I'm saying?
Good,
But
good.
that's how it be. You know what I mean? And we gave everything away and forgot the power that we really had in the scriptures, in the Most High, just like the Rock said. You understand? We forget. You understand what we walk in.
Right.
You understand? And that's why we come out, especially that's why we have these classes, teach people, and give people understand. I talked to my rib, a couple of weeks ago, talking about, you understand, we keep giving these Asians our money. Before you get your nails done, you give it to these Asians. You got these sisters out here too. And I know some of the sisters can be hard. You understand what I'm saying? But there's some good sisters out here that can do this thing.
Right. Okay.
And we can support them. But we forget that we were the ones that started all of that. You understand? Think about this, right? It wasn't until the mid 90s into the early 2000s that you had to have a license to do that.
Mm.
You understand? When you started having to go to hair school and get a license to do hair, you had to do that.
Right.
Everybody used to do hair right there in their living room, in their kitchen, and all that. Do the girls' hair, they pay you and boom. You understand what I'm saying? You never had no problem with that, but whenever we make a mark, they figure a way how to break that and take that mark. You understand? Every time they break and take it. You understand? Now girls gotta go to school to get a license to do the very thing that we've been doing out of the houses since the beginning.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And now they have to nail them too. You understand? So, I mean, we gotta start looking at the power that's in us and going back to that. You understand?
Right.
Scriptures say, learn not the way of the heathen. And when we learn the way of the heathen, we give up everything that we have
Yeah.
to be like them. You understand what I'm saying? And if you look at most of the every politician that you look at has the ways of the heathen.
Yeah.
They know how to come out every year, come to your church, come knocking on your door to get those votes, knowing that everything that they promising you, they never gonna get. You understand? And that's just like the heathen. Matter of fact, let's read this next scripture, right?
Come on, sir.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, and that's in the Apocrypha. Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 16. Let me get there myself. I can call on scriptures and don't be there.
Okay.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12, and we're going to start at verse 16. As a matter of fact, let's do this. Let's start at verse 13.
Okay.
Matter of fact, hold on for a minute. Let's start at verse 10.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay.
Let's start at verse 10. I had to look back.
Okay.
Let's start at verse 10.
You ready?
Yep.
Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
Think about that. That's the problem with us right there.
Right.
Our trust. Listen, when the Most High made us, He made us a loving and trusting people. You understand?
Yeah.
But He made us to be a loving and trusting people, to be loving and trusting to our own.
Exactly.
You understand? He made us to be a loving and trusting people to so-called blacks, Hispanics, and natives, not to the heathen.
Right.
You understand? What the scriptures say, there's a time to love and a time to hate.
Right.
You understand? Time to love is when it comes to our people.
Mhm.
Time to hate is when it comes to the other nation. And I'm not saying hate out of hate, just to hate a person. I'm talking about a deserving hate. You understand? When somebody does something to you, there's a time to hate them. And I'm talking about the nation.
Right.
It's a
Okay.
time to forgive when it comes to our nation.
Exactly.
When
Exactly.
you forgive a person, that doesn't mean you have to keep going back. Keep doing the same thing over and over.
Right.
again.
Right.
But you forgive them and you move on, you move past. You understand? There's a time to hate those other nations.
God,
You
sir.
understand what I'm saying?
Go.
Read that again for me, Debrah.
Never trust thine enemy.
Go ahead.
For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
It says, like iron rust. You know, when you're working with iron, when you're an iron worker, you clean up iron, eventually, if you let it sit long enough, it's going to begin to rust. It's
Yeah.
going to show its true property. You
Okay.
understand? It says, for like its iron rusted, so is its wickedness. And eventually, his true character is going to show through.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And
Go.
that's what it means when it says, for like its iron rusted, so is its wickedness. Eventually, the oppressor, the heathen, the African, the Asian, the Arab, all of that wickedness that's in them is going to show through.
Yeah. Go. Okay.
You understand?
Go.
Eventually,
Okay.
it's going to show through.
God.
You understand? Go ahead.
God. And perfect example. The Southern Poverty Law Center.
Oh, yeah.
As much as they try to be the heroes and against, you know what I mean, racism, they true colors show. We funding the racists.
Think about this too, right? Who's the Southern Poverty Law Center?
A bunch of and it's like it was when it black people
No,
at first, but it's the Jewish man, right?
the Jewish man.
But it's black people involved because they were the ones that tried to fight up
Well,
against.
think about this, right? Think about this, right? That's how they always start.
Right.
You understand what
Go.
I'm saying? And then we always get people that can use it. And think about this, right? Just like when you watching the news and you watching them talk about the war in Iran. You
Mhm.
understand? America and the war in Iran, right? You got black people that sit up there and try to justify. No, the Iranians,
Yeah.
you understand?
Yeah.
They're terrorists. You understand? You know
Okay.
damn well they're not terrorists. Think about this, right? When you beat up on somebody, this is a nation that doesn't expect anybody to come back and beat you. Just like Israel, you expect you can bomb and you can do everything to everybody else, but they can't come back and do it to you.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Go.
And
Okay.
that's how America is. If you're a nation that does something or you fight back, oh, this is a terrible nation. You understand? When America is the number one group on the face of the planet.
Right.
America is the one who started the Al Qaeda. They're the ones that funded Osama bin Laden.
Right.
You understand? They are the ones who funded Boko Haram, that African group over there that kidnapped all of those girls.
Go.
You understand what I'm saying?
Go.
They the ones that funded all of these terrorist groups that was attacking Iran and attacking. Think about this too, right? They funded Saddam Hussein in Iraq to they used chemical weapons. They gave chemical weapons to Saddam Hussein to use on. They funded. And then what did they turn around and do? They turned around and unalived Saddam Hussein after they finished with it.
Right.
This is what America does.
Right. Okay.
You understand? And this is the reason why the scriptures say, learn not the way of the heathen.
Yeah.
This is the reason why we say never forget. And a lot of us forget what America does to the nations that they use. And think about, look what's going on right now. Ukraine is being destroyed.
Right.
Now, America's stepping away from Ukraine. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
America's stepping away from Ukraine, letting Ukraine be destroyed. You understand?
Okay.
And then every time Ukraine does little small something, they blow it up and make it look like, oh, Ukraine just destroyed one of Russia's. But I mean, think about this: when 100 of your men are unalive to 10 of theirs.
Right.
You understand? There's no comparison. You understand? It says, women, read that scripture for me.
Never trust thine enemy.
Go ahead.
For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Go ahead. Read on.
Thou he humble himself.
The oppressor wants you to believe. He humbles himself. He acts as though he humbles himself.
Mm-hmm.
He acts as though, oh, I feel you. Man, you know what? This is a heartfelt moment, man. I'm sorry about what's going on. You understand? If I can be of any service or if I can help you, man, just let me know. You understand? Go ahead.
Thou he humble himself.
Go ahead.
Though he humble himself and go crouching.
And go crouching. You understand? What does that mean when you go crouching? Go ahead.
Try to bring yourself down to your level, like.
But he's preparing himself.
Come to attack.
You.
Come.
You
Dang, that's
understand what I'm saying?
Come.
You go crouching. Think about when you see a lion, when you see a tiger, and they see prey, and they start crouching. They start crouching because they getting ready to spring into action. You understand? They humble themselves and they go crouching.
Okay.
You understand? Go ahead.
Yet take good heed and beware of him.
Exactly. Take heed and beware. Listen, when think about this, right? You ever see a cat and the cat looking right at you and he crouching because he knows his instincts, the cat's instinct kick in, that animal instinct kick in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then they in their mind, you don't see them.
Right.
And then they jump and, you know what I mean? We had two cats that did that. We had a cat that did that. His name was Bad. Bad. It's no matter what I did, right? This was my man, but me and him beefed a lot. Right? So what Bear would do, he'd wait till I get a plate and a cup in my hand, and he know I got food. Oh yeah, he said, oh yeah, this nigga can't. And then what would happen was I'd be walking, and he'd go down just like this. And I used to say, Bear, don't do it.
Right.
Bear, don't do it. Bear. And then he come and he latch onto me and bite my leg area and button me up.
Right.
That's how the beast is. You understand? He go crouching. Yet you gotta take heed. You have to beware. And that's the problem with us. Again, we become too trusting. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
We become too trusting and we allow him to crouch. And we don't take heed. We don't beware.
Yeah.
We don't remember. You understand? We forget. And then all of a sudden we out in the street. What's the phrases we always use? You know, no justice, no peace.
Right.
You know, and that's where we end up at all the time. How many times have we ended up in no justice, no peace? No justice, no peace. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Because we don't take heed. We don't beware. You understand? We trusted in the officers. Think about the sisters that call the police when they work because they get into a little spat.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't talking about a physical altercation,
Right.
a little spat, a little difference of opinion. He gets cursing out, and then she called the police. She called the police, and then what happened? The police go crouch.
Mm-hmm.
We unaware. And next thing you know, you got the brother unalive. You got the brother shot in the back, paralyzed. Remember the sister in Wisconsin that called the police because the brother was coming to pick his kids up? So he got mad, turned away. He ain't hit her nothing, but did nothing to her. And then he was walking to his car, and the police unalived him, shot him in the back.
Paralyzed, right?
Paralyzed. You understand what I'm saying? Because we as a people, we forget. You understand? We don't take heed. We don't beware.
Right.
And this is the reason why Commander General Yohanan said, if anything go on in the neighborhood, call a man in the UPK. We'll come through and we'll clear it up. You understand what I'm saying? Without unaliving anybody.
Right.
You know, we can talk to people now. We can talk the brothers and the sisters down to come to some kind of agreement.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's the problem with us. You understand? Because we trust in our enemy. And every time we trust in our enemy, we end up unalive. Just like you said, Sandra Mason. You understand? Call the police, but she heard something out. Police show up and then she gets unalive.
Right.
You understand? Look at the kid. What's the little kid, young kid name?
Trayvon Martin.
Trayvon Martin, but what's the other one?
Tamir Rice.
Tamir Rice.
Yeah, Tamir Rice.
Police jumped out the car within 3 seconds, unalive, and he had a little toy gun in his hand.
Right.
Jumped out the car, boom, unalive. You understand? But you trust him.
Okay.
You understand? Terrible situation, but it's avoidable situation. It's avoidable. How? All we have to do is trust in the Most High. Trust in His law, statutes, and commandments. Trust in us having our own back.
Right.
You understand?
Okay.
What's the saying that we all got? We always say, we got.
Right.
We say this saying so much that we don't even believe it. We all we got. We all we got. And when it comes to a situation, call the police.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Okay. If I could. And another heavy point, and they go along with all these incidents that you're saying that people forget. Like you said, like the title of the class, never forget. We should never forget. What's the white boy name that shot up the church? Dylan Roof. Like,
yep.
He went crouching. He went crouching into that church.
Think about it, right? You're exactly right. He went crouching, right? He humbled himself.
Right.
Then he had the idea, let me go get my gun. That's him crouching.
Yeah. Guns
and come back in. Beware. The people were so unaware. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People are coming to your church. You in what they had Bible study. You in Bible study. Like we're coming to your church. You get the praying. Nobody had the instinct. You understand?
Right.
This is the reason why we don't let those oppressors come in.
Man, what?
This is the reason why we don't let heathens come in. Come into the Passover, you get kicked out.
Yep.
See what happened, right? Yeah. Stand paid. You got water?
It's some over there.
Yeah, give me.
I get. Go ahead, you can read.
No. Let the rock.
Okay.
Yeah, up and coming truth.
Ain't never that.
You remember when you was at the rush?
Yeah, I was on verse 11.
Go ahead, get that one.
So he humbled himself,
right,
and go crouching. Yet take good heed and beware of him.
Right, go ahead.
And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst whipped looking glass.
Think about that, right? It says, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped the looking glass. Listen, if you are aware, if you understand who be before you, if you know who this is right here, it's going to be like you wiped away a looking glass. A looking glass can be smeared and murky looking, but once you wipe it away, you see everything clear.
Okay.
It's going to be like you wiped away a looking glass. You're going to recognize that this is a beast. This is a danger. And that's what the problem with us is we don't recognize our oppressor as a danger. We don't recognize the heathens as a danger. Right. You understand what I'm saying? We trust heathens. We trust Arabs, Africans, and Asians more than we do our own people. Mm-hmm. So much so that an Asian can feed you rat, cat, and dog, and you won't give 2 F's. You understand what I'm saying? So much so. We got any questions on it?
Live, we just got checking. We got Officer Ramat checking in.
What's going on, Ramat? Hey, Ramat. Ramat is my brother. Oh yeah. Ramat, I do need you though. I do need you to remind me of how you did the thing with the stick. So when you get a chance, just give me a holler. But think about this, right? It says,
"Oh, Sister Rawai, Salaki, sir. She also checked in."
Oh yeah, we talked to her earlier. Oh, that was
at the news desk.
That was at the news desk. What's going on, Sister Rawai?
Ramat said, "Come on, he said call you."
Okay, cool. Come on, hey, Raj, come on, man. You're supposed to be my reader. I'm sipping on that. Yeah, sipping. Yeah, go ahead, man. You remember where you was at?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Come.
And thou shalt know that his rust has not been altogether wiped away.
There you go, right? When you see him, you're going to recognize that the evilness has not been wiped away.
Yeah.
All that evilness that you ever heard somebody say, oh, no, he's a good white man.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's a good white. No, that's a good white person. I know how you feel about white people, right? But this one right here,
right.
He's a good white person.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
You're going to look at him and realize that all of that rust that has not been wiped away.
Right.
All of that evil is not gone away. That evil is still in them. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
The evil is still in them. You understand? Ain't nothing changed about the oppressor. You understand? Listen, there is no good oppressor.
That's right.
You understand?
Okay.
We just have to deal with it. You understand?
Okay.
There's different levels of them, but there is no good oppressor. You understand?
Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's so heavy because people might think that that's a harsh statement, but that's thus saith the Lord. You know what I mean?
Hey, look, we're not saying nothing that's not in the Bible.
Come on, sir.
You understand? And this is the reason why a lot of our brothers and sisters really need to come in class to get the scriptures broke down.
That's right. That's right.
Get the real understanding.
Come on.
Go ahead, Garage.
Verse 12. Set him not beat thee by thee.
Least
when he hath overthrown thee. He stand up in thy place.
Hey, listen. It says, set not by thee. Least when he had overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Hey, listen. This is what happens to us, right? We standing in a prominent place.
Mm-hmm.
You think somebody coming to help You think he's going to further your career, but what he's standing there doing is waiting for a good opportunity to take your place,
Exactly.
to take your spot. You understand? To drop you off that podium.
Come
You
on.
understand? To drop you from your place and put you below him where he feels like you belong.
Yeah.
You understand?
Come.
Think about this, right? You ever seen a white person that works under a black person?
Come.
You ever seen their attitude? You seen how they feel?
Come.
You understand? But turn the table. You ever see black people that work under white people? It's normal.
Come.
To us, we got a job.
It's kissy too.
But to them, how this nigga get over?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm gonna wait for my opportunity. I'm gonna take his place. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna make sure he falls so far. I'm gonna make sure he gets fired.
Right.
That's the way that they think. This nigga don't belong over him. Belong over him.
Right.
I should be cracking the whip across his back.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? That's their thought.
Come.
You understand? And that's what, again, the name of the class, never forget. And that's what we forget.
That's right. Come.
We forget how they really feel about us.
Right.
You understand? We destroy as a people. What this Bible tells us, we destroy for a lack of knowledge.
Come.
The knowledge is right here in these scriptures.
Exactly.
You understand? And because we don't understand these scriptures, because we've been taught by the oppressor, we believe everything that the oppressor said.
Right.
We believe everything that the oppressor promises us. You
Come.
understand? And the promises have never come true. Think about this. We still broken and still fighting for civil rights to this day. People say, what do you mean? We don't have civil rights. Civil rights are given to every citizen of America. Your civil rights can be, think about this, right? I mean, how often do we see brothers that have been locked up 30 and 40 years and they find out you were innocent and just let you go? After 40 years, they just let a brother out.
Right.
3 months ago.
40 years. Mm-hmm.
40 years and destroyed his life. You understand? And now his parents gone, everybody's gone, and he ain't got nothing. No compensation, no nothing. He just happy to be alive.
Right.
We destroyed as a people. You understand?
Okay.
That's civil rights to the negative power. That lets you know you have no right.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime that they decide to take anything from you, listen. What America did to Russia, what America did to Iran, America took $300 billion from Russia, frozen assets that they had stored in American banks, right? They did the same thing to Iran. It's the same thing that they do to us. Anytime that you step out of line, America can freeze your bank account, take everything that you got, take your house, take your home, make you home, and lock you up. That's how we know we're not citizens.
Okay. Right.
America has every control they need over us. If you look at how we living right here in America, it's a microcosm of what they doing to the other nations. You ever see USAID? USAID? USA?
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
that's, but they say USAID.
Yeah.
But it's USAID, right? It's aid to countries that don't have the means of building themselves up. But how did those countries get like that?
American destruction.
Right. America destroyed them. America will hire a terrorist group to go in and destroy a small country. Right?
Yeah.
Do
Okay.
all kinds of stuff to a small country to where the economy collapses. Then they'll come in and say, listen, we'll build you up. You do this.
Right.
And if you let us put this military base in your country, you understand? That's how they got the European Union. That's how they got all those European countries with those military bases.
Okay.
That's how they got Saudi Arabia. That's how they got the UAE. That's how they got Abu Dhabi. All those countries, military bases in those countries like that. That's what they did to those countries. Then they let those countries get a little bit of money and build themselves up. When it's time to go to war, America never has to fire a weapon from America.
Right.
They got those military bases all over. So listen, check this out. Instead of America getting bombed, those other places get bombed.
Yeah.
America say what? Keep on bombing. Keep on bombing. Fight back. I'm gonna send you some weapons and you will keep on fighting.
Okay.
And then next thing you know, these two countries destroy each other. And America take that out there. Well, listen, hey, we'll help you rebuild. You allow us to put this over here. It's the same thing with Ukraine. But Russia said, oh, hell no, no military bases over there in Ukraine. Before we let y'all put a military base in Ukraine, we're going to destroy it. Because in 2014, there was an agreement that y'all wasn't going to expand NATO. See, a lot of people don't understand that war in Ukraine. You understand? And they don't understand how far this thing goes back. In 2012 or 2014, something like that. That NATO said that they weren't going to expand no more, on the borders of Russia. You understand? Bad enough that they had Poland and a couple of other countries in it. But they said Ukraine, oh no, that's how that goes. And that's the reason why this special operation began in Ukraine. Because Ukraine said, oh, we trying to join NATO. If they join NATO, then America gets to put weapons and nuclear weapons in Ukraine. Now they got, Russia with its hands up. Understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
And that's the whole point behind that Russian war and everything like that. They was trying to do the same thing in Taiwan. China said, you understand? And this thing is happening now where they said that America attacks after this ceasefire, they're going to destroy everything in UAE, Saudi Arabia, Abu Dhabi, all of those other military bases they got in the Western. They said America has to get all those military bases out of the Middle East. After that, that's why the Straits of Hormuz is important to Iran. And Iran has a stranglehold on it now. You understand what I'm saying? They got it so tight now that America back up maybe over 1,000 miles just to be out of range of those weapons that Iran got. And then they getting satellite imagery from China and all that, Russia and all that stuff. Hey, this is gonna be great. I could be glad when the bomb stopped.
Okay.
The Rocks, you got me, man.
God, I want to come.
Go ahead, hit me up.
From the beginning?
No. Where was we at? We was at
12.
Yeah, go ahead. Hit me
At the beginning of 12?
Yep.
Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place.
Right, you just hit that. Go ahead.
Neither let him sit at thy right hand.
Let him sit at your right hand. The right hand is your power hand.
Right.
Don't give him that power. You understand?
Okay.
Don't let him sit, at that right hand. Go ahead.
Least he seek to take thy seat.
Hey, listen, you let him sit at that right hand, he's gonna be seeking to take this spot. You understand? And that's what the oppressor does often. You understand? You ever see a business? You ever see when us as Black people we go into business with oppressors? And I'm gonna give you an example. Right? Look at the music industry. You understand what I'm saying? We let the oppressor sit by our right hand, and eventually we get locked up or get passed away, and the oppressor get all the spoil.
Right.
You We've seen it happen to Michael Jackson. We've seen it happen to Prince. We've seen that happen to what's her name, Whitney Houston. We see that happen to DMX. Think about who got his catalog.
Oh yeah, who got it?
I don't know, but
Yeah.
think about the Beatles catalog that Michael Jackson had. Think about who got that now. Think about all of the catalog that Prince had. Think about who got that now. You understand? Think about Chubby Checkers. Think about Little Richard. Think about all of those. Even with what's the group from the 70s?
Temptation?
No. The one that did the Mothership.
Oh, dang. Yeah. Funkadelics?
Huh?
No, it's not the
Funkadelics.
Funkadelics. It is the Funkadelics?
Yeah,
Okay. All right, good.
Yeah, I mean, think about that. You understand? Think about all of this. Listen, that should bring back memories. All of that type of
Good.
Oh man, but that comes from letting the oppressor sit by your right hand. That comes when you trust somebody to be your manager, when you trust somebody to be your what's the one that do your taxes?
Oh yeah,
your lawyer, the one that does your accountant.
Accountant, thank you. Wow.
Thank you. Think about this, right? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had to play, if I'm not mistaken, he had to play 3 or 4 years extra just to get out of his tax evasion debt.
Okay.
Because his account, and think about this, right? They would have locked him up. Kumo D, the same thing happened to him. The same thing almost happened to Fat Joe too.
Rihanna too.
Who?
Rihanna.
Yeah, them too. But ask yourself, why don't the accountants get locked up?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Why don't the accountants get locked up? Because it's a scam and a scheme by the oppressors. Their whole thing is to get everything that they can get from you and leave you high and dry. Think about what's his name? MC Hammer. You see him doing those bullshit commercials now.
Okay.
He tap dancing now. You know what I mean?
Good night.
After all the millions of dollars he had. You understand? I remember this. I remember when Kumo D went.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. And they came in. They had in the Jet magazine where they came and told his Mercedes. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's crazy. And accountants never get locked up. You understand what I'm saying? The ones who do the dirty work never get locked up. It's you, it's me, it's us so-called blacks and Hispanics. Go ahead, what you gonna say?
Now I want to ask a question. Is Wesley Snipes? Was he in something like that? Like
Wesley Snipes too.
Is the accountant?
Yep. Same thing. And remember, he went to jail.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So, I mean, and accountants never go to jail. Think about it. 100% out of 100%, out of 100 times, 100%, accountants never go to jail. It's always the person. And what did the judge say? Well, it's your responsibility. You understand? When it's his job.
Right. God.
You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm doing all this acting. I'm doing all this singing. I'm doing all of this work. I don't have time for it. That's why I hired him.
Right.
You understand? And they never go to jail. Ever. All right. Where we at?
12.
Go ahead.
Oh, I know. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith.
Remember the words. Let them words, remind, wake you up, prick you, wake you up, make you alert. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Verse 13. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent,
Go ahead.
or any such as come nigh wild beast?
Think about this. It says, who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent? What is a charmer? You ever seen a charmer? One of the ones that hypnotize a snake?
Okay.
Well, who can pity him if you want to play with a snake? Who can pity somebody who plays with snakes and gets bitten? You ever seen the horrors of wild animals, and you see a person with the snake wrapped around his neck, and all of a sudden the snake starts choking him out? How can you pity him when he's sitting there playing with a snake? You ever seen the person playing with the lion, then the lion instinct kicking and he start mauling that person? How can you pity him when you understand the dangers of playing with a wild lion? Who can pity a charmer when you want to play around with the very thing that can unalive? Understand? Who can pity a charmer? When you sit around and you play with the oppressor, who can pity you when you know what the oppressor will do? You understand? Think about it. Again, all of those people sit and hear the stories about what accountants have done to us, and yet they still go out there and they do the same thing. You understand?
Okay.
Go ahead. Verse 14.
Verse 14. So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity?
Right. Think about that. It says, so one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him. So one that goes with the sinner and does what the sinner does, who can pity?
Right.
When you go out with a bank robber and you help him rob a bank and you both get caught, who's gonna pity you? You understand? You go and lay with a whore.
Right.
And you catch HIV or you catch something.
Right.
Who will pity you? You know you slept with a whore.
Right.
You understand?
Okay.
Who's gonna pity you? Nobody's not gonna pity you. Go ahead.
Verse 15. For a while he will
Abide
with thee.
Mm-hmm.
But if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry.
What does that mean? Look, he's gonna be sitting there with you for a minute, right? But once things start happening, he ain't gonna wait around for nothing to clear up. He getting ready to get up out of there. You understand what I'm saying? He's not gonna tarry. He's not gonna sit and wait for stuff to get better. He's gonna be out.
Right.
You understand? And that's how the oppressor is. You ever seen an oppressor be like that? And all of a sudden the bad stuff start happening. Say, I can't believe he did that.
Right.
I can't believe, I tried to wait around with him, but you just can't get right. That's
Right.
how they do.
Right.
You understand? And then listen, you come up out of it a couple of years later. Hey, look, I knew you could do it. I knew you could do it. I knew you could get that. Hey, let's go back to doing what we were doing. You understand? That's how they do.
Good.
You understand? It's nothing new about the oppressor. The problem is we forget who we are.
Right.
We forget who they are. We forget the things that they can do. We forget the things that they will do.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
The whole question, the whole solution to the problem is to never forget.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Never forget. That's the title of the class.
Okay.
And with that, we're the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohan. We've been bringing this truth since 1969. And what is that truth? That truth is that the so-called Black, the so-called Hispanic, the so-called Native are the greatest people that ever walked the face of this earth.
That's right.
And you are a part of this. If you Black, Hispanic, and Native, you are some of the greatest people that ever walked the face of this earth.
That's
Bible identifies us as the true biblical truth. That Captain Hunter was the priestly officer of 1,000. My brother Alizar. This was a read there. Right.
Security announcement. That I speak out of 125th Street Hall, New York, under command of Junior Hyman. These rules for brothers and sisters. If a new brother or sister is coming to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They can use only. They had experience of the world 6 months for brothers and sisters in particular interest in any brother. Like if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to each other.
Smell good, huh?
There's another 6 month period in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Time is commanded. Find it in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. The 10th in Hebrew is pronounced Aisha. 10% of every increase of any penny of any 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives to the treasury department of teach the priest fund through offering for priests, not master, whatsoever amount you like to give. Upcoming holy convocation, got the closing of first fruit.
Easter first fruit.
Piece of first, oh, it's open. Right. Piece first fruit. That's what's that, May 20. No, it's a Sunday, right? I think it's
The Feast of First Fruits starts after the Sabbath, unleavened bread, Sunday. Oh, no, we got the next.
yeah, that's the next one though. I know it's the next one.
Feast of First Fruits.
I just you know what I mean, just checking on social media, you know, actually get that stuff on Facebook, Twitter, so for YouTube, for the events in the church. When we will let you know soon. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, they is to start wearing all black with includes black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. With that, make Israel mighty will be the same for one person salute to the teacher, and the Israel mighty, mighty Shabbat, mighty Barak.
Y'all about Shimmy, I'm Shabbat. No. So, salute the sisters online.
Come. So, we're going to salute the sisters online. May the Israel mighty, mighty Shabbat, mighty Barak.
Yahal Shema Atham Shimmy Abshah.
Yasmin Ty, Black Smith.
We got black Latinos and Native Americans. When the Lord says that our kingdom is to come, as long as we follow the law, statutes, and commandments.
I got the camera bag, I'm the cameraman. If shit getting active, I'ma stand it down. We taking ground, call the ambulance. That shit go. Look. If shit go, look, you best get right, or you'll get, look, you got that, right, that shit go. If you got a problem, we'll handle it. Niggas acting hard, you better stand on it. We on every corner, we stamping it. You better get your life for this camp shit. We ain't playing around, there's no cowards, dog. If niggas charged up, you get powered off. Rude of speech, keep it raw. It ain't my fault that you niggas soft. It ain't my fault that these niggas frauds. It ain't my fault that them niggas rats. If your colors fly, you don't get that shit go. Look. If shit go, look, you best get right, or you'll get, look, you got that. That shit go right. If shit go, look, you best get right, or you'll get, look, you got that right. That shit go.
B-Raw, wanna go to war, gotta hop into the van. Tryna cut the scene is something you don't understand. Getting checked from my betterment, better take it like a man. Nigga, how you walk away for camp? If you willing to die, you better be willing to stand. Take a trip around the world, see a bunch of corners held by them UPK niggas. All them UPK niggas go to camp. And I'm on Shamar here hanging out the car. Wonder when I pull up straight to the battlefield.
shit go left.
Nah, for real though.
Left, right, left. If shit go left, you best get right, or you'll get left. You goddamn right. That shit go left.
Nah, for real though.
Left. If shit go left, you best get right, or you'll get left. You goddamn.
Y'all want to y'all stop right there.